guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real pleasure for me to welcome you to the Embassy of Benin in Copenhagen for this seminar on the business opportunities available in Benin. The aim of the Embassy of Benin is to inform you in your capacity as investors.
Benin is the gateway to landlocked countries like Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad, which means that all those countries use the port of Cotonou to export their goods abroad. Therefore, if you decide to establish your business in Benin, you can easily export your goods through the port of Cotonou. That's the lot. But the location might not be the only reason for you to decide to invest in Benin. You may also be concerned about the political situation, the security situation. And regarding the political situation, I would say that Benin is a democratic country, and we've been experiencing democracy for 26 years now. The country is very stable, and this year we organized the 6th presidential election in March 2016, and there has always been peaceful power shift in Benin.
I come from Børnefonden, and we have co-organized this meeting, and we can't do business, but we actually have 120 employees in Benin, and know Benin quite well, because we have been there for 25 years. Kind of guarantees that we would be more than willing to help you if you are interested in Benin.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, Your Excellency, and welcome to Afroscandic. I want to start by telling the viewer that the ambassador has chosen to answer my question in French. He would love to do it in English, but he said this time around he wants French, and we respect that. Your Excellency, I want to start by thanking you for a wonderful gathering.
Thank you.
And what do you think went best tonight?
Merci, messieurs les journalistes, pour cette interview que vous m'accordez. Le but du séminaire que nous avons organisé est d'informer autant que possible les investisseurs danois sur les opportunités, mais aussi sur les réformes et mesures incitatives qui sont prises par le nouveau gouvernement de notre pays, le gouvernement du président Patrice Talon, pour inciter les investissements étrangers directs, des investissements productifs dans notre pays. La forte participation que nous avons eue des investisseurs danois et surtout des organismes de financement comme IFU, comme EKF, qui accordent des financements et des garanties de financement pour la réalisation des projets dans les pays en développement, me permettent de dire que c'est un grand succès que ce séminaire a constitué. La seconde chose, j'ai l'impression que les informations que nous avons fournies, surtout par rapport au nouveau programme du gouvernement béninois, par rapport aux nombreux projets intéressants du secteur privé sur la base de la loi sur le partenariat public-privé, ces différentes mesures, ces différentes informations ont beaucoup intéressé les participants à ce séminaire, à telle enseigne que finalement nous pensons que le voyage d'affaires que nous projetons pour la fin de mars 2017 sera un grand succès, non seulement pour ces hommes d'affaires qui trouveront profit au Bénin, mais également pour notre pays, pour assurer son développement économique.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellencies, dear guests, Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for us to welcome you today, the 16th of November 2006, at the Embassy of Benin to the seminar on business opportunities available in Benin. 4 major points will be observed. The first point is the welcome address of the head of the mission. The second point is 2 presentations. The first on incentives for investment in Benin. The second on business opportunities in Benin. The third point is discussion and sharing experience. The fourth and the last point will be the closing speech of the ambassador. A light cocktail will end the event. So let's introduce the ambassador for his address.
Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a real pleasure for me to welcome you to the Embassy of Benin in Copenhagen for this seminar on the business opportunities available in Benin. The aim of the Embassy of Benin is to inform you in your capacity as investors of the priority development sectors and of the in-depth economic reforms initiated by the government of Benin to foster productive and win-win investments. As you know, Benin is recognized as a country of democracy, peace, political stability, public security, and business security. The government of Benin is striving steadfastly to achieve good governance and transparency through the fight against corruption and considers the private sector as the main engine for wealth and job creation. In that respect, since the 6th of April 2016, when they took place, the government of President Patrice Talon has launched a structural transformation of the economy in order to strengthen the management system of public funds and to improve the business environment. With the 2 presentations that you will follow, I am inviting you to discover Benin and its economic potential, as well as the new steps taken to promote the economic development of Benin. I hope you will appreciate this business meeting. I want, lastly, to thank my colleague, the ambassador of South Africa, to be here. It's a great pleasure for our embassy. On the behavior of my staff, I want to say to you, welcome. So, thank you very much. I hope you will appreciate this business meeting. Thank you.
Now, we will give it to Mr. Titi for his presentation.
Your Excellencies, ambassadors, distinguished participants to this business seminar, once again, welcome to the Embassy of Benin. Our primary objective in organizing this seminar is to provide you with information on the business environment in Benin and the opportunities available in the country. I will say right away that this business meeting is the initial step in promoting our opportunities in Benin, because the next step will be a business trip to Benin next year. So during this business meeting, you will follow 2 presentations. The first one will deal with the incentives for investment in Benin, and the second one will focus on some opportunities in the fields of agribusiness, energy, and tourism. After this first presentation, there will be a short break for you to stretch your legs. Then you will come back and then we will resume again for the second presentation and then the question and answer session. Without delay, I will start with the first presentation on the incentive for investment in Benin. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about the geographical location of Benin, the political and security environment, the latest doing business report, and the government agenda for the period 2016-2021. I will also go through some provisions of the Public-Private Partnership Act, as well as those of Investment Code, and I will end the presentation on investor protection bodies in Benin. Concerning the geographical location, everybody in this room knows where Benin is on the map. Some of you have already been to Benin, but it's quite useful to remind that Benin is located in West Africa. The country is bordered by Niger to the north, by Burkina Faso to the northwest, by Nigeria to the east, by Togo to the west, and by the Atlantic Ocean to the south. The size of Benin is 112,000 square kilometers, and the population is estimated at about 11 million this year. Now, what makes the location so important? Benin is the gateway to landlocked countries like Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Chad, which means that all those countries use the port of Cotonou to export their goods abroad. Therefore, if you decide to establish your business in Benin, you can easily export your goods through the port of Cotonou. Benin, a West African country, is also a member of some regional organizations like the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the West African Economic and Monetary Union, WAEMU. These two organizations have established rules promoting the free movement of persons and goods. Therefore, when you are doing business in Benin, you have an easy access to a regional market of more than 300 million consumers. That's a lot. But the location might not be the only reason for you to decide to invest in Benin. You may also be concerned about the political situation, the security situation. Regarding the political situation, I would say that Benin is a democratic country, and we've been experiencing democracy for 26 years now. The country is very stable, and this year we organized the 6th presidential election in March 2016, and there has always been peaceful power shift in Benin. We also have a strong justice system. Even in cases involving political leaders, judges assert their independence, and this is very important to know. Benin also has a commercial court to settle disputes. So whenever you are faced with some dispute in Benin, there is a commercial court that can be consulted and which can settle the dispute. In Benin, we also have some democratic institutions like the Constitutional Court, the High Court of Justice, and most relevant to you, we also have the National Authority for the Fight Against Corruption. You know, corruption is an issue in many countries around the world, and we are aware of the situation, and we are doing what we can do, everything possible to fight against corruption. So this authority is in charge of fighting against corruption. Therefore, if you are doing business in Benin and that you happen to be a victim of a case of corruption, you can refer the case to this national authority, which is in charge of protecting you and making sure that you can do business without corruption in Benin. Concerning security, you know, very often in our discussions with a Scandinavian businessmen, we notice that they are concerned about the security situation in Africa in general and in West Africa in particular. But I just want to make it clear that in Benin, we don't have any terrorist threat. The country is very safe. There is no terrorist organization causing havoc in Benin. We don't have any Boko Haram, any ACMI, any Ansardine, any ISIS, or whatever. So the country is also fighting together with the regional powers, regional countries, to fight against terrorism. At the internal level, security is also very high because there are special police operations to fight against petty crime and armed robberies sometimes that happen. Which means that if you're in Benin, you can go out at night and take coffee or go to a restaurant. Nobody's going to abduct you. The country is very safe.